I'm Liz Virtue. I'm married to Rob Virtue and we have 3 boys, Lachlan, Liam and Oliver. We'd been looking for a property that we could use for bed and breakfast in Greater Hobart, and we'd looked at one at Newtown and missed out on it, and we saw this one on realestate.com, and it was a very unappealing advertisement, but he could see through that, and we came and had a look at it and just fell in love with it straight away. Built around 1818 or by 1818. The house was built for James Cullen as a farm house. He'd been granted 65 acres. We have 12 acres of that left with the house on it, and then we bought it in 2016 and we'll be returning it to public use for B&B and tea room and functions. We've already got interest for people to have weddings here. What we can't do yet though is the tea room until we get it looking good enough, and we also have a lot of rattly windows, so I called Sealasash to talk about our rattly windows, and while we walked around I showed them the conservatory that we want to turn into the tea room, and it just so happens that that's a perfect job for them too. The job here is far too big for Rob to do himself, so we needed the professionals in on this one.
Hi Liz.
Hi Colm.
How are you?
Good. Welcome to Glen Derwent.
Thank you, it looks fantastic.
Isn't she beautiful?
Yeah, it's great. It's really nice driving up through the beautiful driveway, and it looks really good. You've done a bit of work on the roof?
We have. We had a specialist come in first to make it all watertight. So he's worked on the old slates and made them all repaired and replaced where necessary. He's sealed the veranda roof, made it all watertight, replaced guttering where necessary because they'd been quite neglected and there was a lot of damage happening below them. So now we've fixed up high, we can start looking at down low.
All right, so we're going to go and have a look at the windows.
Yeah.
All right,
okay. Come on.
So you mentioned something about doing the first lot of work on the conservatory before we move on to the sash windows. That's over on this side?
Yeah, it's our first priority to get the conservatory looking great and the front facade looking excellent so that we can invite people into a tea room.
Okay.
Start bringing in some income.
So this is going to be the tea room.
It is. It has been in the past and it will be again. You'll see the plastic is there because even though we've had the gutters repaired and the roof repaired, all the damage has been done, and these windows are now not watertight.
Right, and I can see there's been a bit of patching done here, and there's some serious rot, and that joint has opened up. And one of the problems with these things is when the putty fails like that, the moisture gets down into the timber and starts the decay. This is a fixed panel, so we'd probably take that out, reclamp it, re-putty it, deal with the rot, and then put it back. And then you've got an opening sash here. Actually, this is completely loose and not fixed to anything, so that's an urgent repair, that one. Well, it's all doable. It's just going to take some time. So how many tables do you see in here when you're serving teas and coffees?
Well, we'll probably have some sort of counter down that end where the coffee and things are made. So I think maybe 4 or so tables in here, but also spilling out onto the lawn and onto the veranda if the weather's right.
Beautiful.
Right down the veranda.
That'd be fantastic. I noticed the door over here.
Yes.
You want to get rid of the...
we don't need the pet door.
You don't need the pet door anymore, so we'd probably just remove that panel and replace it. Remove this moulding will come off, so we'll reuse as much of the original timber as possible. So we're kind of working on the principle that we're going to do as much as necessary to make it warm and cosy, but as little as possible in terms of replacing old bits of timber keeping the heritage values and keeping everything intact.
Old cedar door, and we want to keep the old cedar door. We don't want a new door.
No, absolutely. But this bit here has just been stuck on, so we take that off.
Yeah. Now there's also all these screens and sliding windows that look a bit ghastly and just attract dirt and leaves.
So that's got nice ironwork or metalwork on the outside, so we'd probably remove the internal frame, get back to the original, and then see what needs to be done to seal it, because you don't want it completely open.
No, we don't want it open because we need to keep insects out. and it needs to be a place that's comfortable day or night.
So probably just clear glazing in a very light frame so that you don't have this big bulky look with the track and the sliding doors.
Yeah.
But that's something we'd work on in cooperation with you as we take it out.
Yeah. Obviously it's providing some airflow at the moment, but we can get that airflow through the working window there.
Absolutely. And the doors. I mean, when doors and windows work properly, you can use them for ventilation.
Okay.
So that's good. That's good. I love the curve in the...
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Veranda.
Just the shape.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
This is something I haven't mentioned to you behind you. That's covering up an original doorway too.
Right. So you...
We're tempted to see what's behind it.
Right. Well, that can certainly be done. We can even take it out and have a look, and if you decide to put it back, we can put it back again.
Okay, that'd be great.
All right.
You can see above it that it was a doorway.
So we'll just have a look at the sills out here, because if there's been water, even though you've now replaced the gutters, but these sills are probably going to need some attention.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It doesn't look too bad, but I think further up here there's probably some rot. There is, just where that's been joined there.
This has just had water continuously running over it because the old gutters weren't waterproof.
And was there something growing up here as well?
Yeah, this had overgrown, and it would have been up this high, so people wouldn't have seen how much damage was happening unless they had a close look.
Okay, well that's all doable.
Excellent.